So, I wanted to do a post in regards to the amount of children I have and how we ended up with as many children as we do have. And then other times I'll elaborate on other things about the challenges that come with each and all that stuff and the births and all that stuff. So, if there's anything that resonates with you guys. My husband always says I don't need to apologize for the house, but I feel like I do because we have chairs that are up because the twins were into everything. They're a little bit better now, but we do have Sadie who's coming up one who's going to start the whole process. The dog sat on the curtains. As you can tell, the curtains are a mess and the curtain rod's a mess and the kids play in the curtains and pull on it. And yeah, so everything is just kind of uh, kid messy. And it's taken me a bit to be okay with that because, and I'm still not okay with it, but I just have to find some way sometimes to like let that go until I don't know, there's a point where we can actually have nice things again, because for a while we're not going to be able to. But yeah, so I do have five children. I have four girls and a boy. My oldest is Asacia. She just turned 9. And then I have Ida, who is the one who's got the RFID and some of the learning challenges, and she just turned 7. And then we have the boy girl twins, Achilles and Edith, and they will be turning 3 in December, December 16th. And we have Sadie, who is our lucky last and number 5 big surprise, and she will be turning 1 December 14th, so 2 days before the twins. Um, but yeah, so when we ended up getting pregnant with Asacia, my husband and I, we were briefly dating, and then it was the first time we did anything like kissed anything, and we ended up pregnant, which I mean, to be honest, I had no idea about pregnancy. I just kind of assumed that every single time that you had sex, there was a possibility of getting pregnant. I didn't know anything about it, even though I was 32 and whatever. I'd never had to worry about it. So that was very easy because she wasn't planned and stuff. And then number 2, we actually decided, okay, we'd like to have a second one. So we planned it out and I kind of tried to figure out my cycles and everything. And after 2 cycles, after 2 periods, because I didn't get my period for like a year and a half after Asacia, we ended up getting pregnant with Ida. So that was cool. And then we decided, okay, we would like to go for a third. And that's kind of where all the problems came in because we ended up having 4 miscarriages and just all kinds of things. And it took an emotional toll on us. It took like physical everything, and we actually ended up splitting up after that. And I think a lot of it had to do with everything that was going on and all the emotions and feelings that go around with just not even just not being able to have a kid. I mean, we didn't necessarily have an amazing marriage in the beginning with how we ended up together, but now we have a really great marriage and we're very lucky to that we just fit very well together. um, but I think we needed to go through all that hard stuff to get to the point that we are now. But so we ended up having 4 miscarriages. And then once we found out that it was my thyroid, um, which was a journey in itself, and being able to get somebody to actually listen to me and be able to help the situation, we ended up getting pregnant with the twins. And that was a very, very challenging thing from the beginning because yeah, just the twin pregnancy and just the idea of, okay, are we going to lose this one, and then going through it and then them being premature and everything, which I'll do another post on that, just to explain how that whole process went with the twins and being premature and what we went through. um, and then there was Sadie, who I just had this feeling after I had the twins. They were an emergency C-section, by the way. And after I had the twins, I just had this feeling that there was another one that was coming, and it just kept saying, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. And my husband said, whatever it is, tell it to go away because we can't do anymore. Um, but yeah, so lo and behold, we ended up surprisingly getting pregnant with number 5. And we didn't even weren't planning for it, nothing, and it just happened. And I kind of, in a way, I was a bit happy because I knew that, like, okay, so maybe my gut instinct wasn't wrong, and maybe we have this really big soul connection and everything. So she's come and she's been amazing. Everything about her has just been so easy so far and so great. And we got very lucky with having her as our last one because it's been a rough ride with the other ones for sure. So she's been a nice round off to everything. And yeah, I just explained a little bit about the amount of kids we have, and then I can go into ideas about, not ideas, but just explain a bit more about what it's like having twins, what it's like having five, what the births and the pregnancies were like, and yeah, so there you go.